Hi, I'm Samantha Dominique.
And I'm Rosman Palacios.
And welcome to First Take, a fall high school journalism program held every year in downtown Brooklyn. Our student reporters covered various stories across the city.
Our first topic involves the New York Police Department. Critics are calling out the NYPD for lack of diversity in high-ranking positions.
Today, a press conference was held outside of the NYPD headquarters by two law minority associations to call out Mayor Bill de Blasio and Police Commissioner Bill Bratton on the recent resignations of Philip Banks and Rafael Pinheiro.
Well, today the National Latino Officers Association, in conjunction with the 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement and the Guardians from the New York City Police Department, we're very disappointed and somewhat outraged at the fact that the Chief Banks, the Chief of Department, the highest ranking uniformed member of the service, has now been asked to leave.
We basically here today to talk about the issue that just recently arose of one of our members that stepped down from Chief of the Department. We feel it should be something that needs to be addressed and identified, and more information needs to come out about the reason why he left.
Well, also, in addition to the Chief of the Department, Phil Banks, being removed, we also had this past week William Clemens, the Black Chief of the Department of New York City Department of Corrections, who was also removed this week. And one thing is consistent. They were removed and replaced by people who are white and particularly Irish.
Okay, same thing they did with Pinheiro. They said re-engineering is no longer part of our plan, and they forced him to retire. With Chief Banks, he never expressed any interest in being the first deputy commissioner. In fact, Bratton interviewed 3 male whites for the position of first deputy commissioner, and Banks wasn't one of those individuals. So Banks said, "I'm good where I am. I do not want the job." So the way you get somebody to resign is by forcing them to take a position that they don't want.
He have not appointed not one black nor Hispanic commanding officer of any precinct in the borough of the Bronx, which is predominantly black and Latino. This is simply the systemic problem of racism that people are trying to cover up under the disguise of improvement. But Jim Crow, racism by any other name is still racism.
This is Beverly Danqua reporting for First Take.
Hi, I'm Julio Martinez.
And I'm Beverly Danqua.
New York City recently lowered the speed limit to 25 miles per hour on most streets.
We spoke to residents about their thoughts on the change.
This is Elijah from First Take. We're here at the corner of Myrtle and Flatbush. The city recently lowered the speed limit to 25 miles an hour, and we're just here to ask some New Yorkers about how they feel about the new change.
Absolutely. Yeah, I live in Brooklyn Heights, and our streets, have a lot of children and people, nannies, and all these people, older people. And sometimes people, when they speed, it's like we've had a number of serious accidents on Henry Street. Like one woman got killed one morning because somebody was going too fast. So I'm all for this 25-mile-an-hour speed change.
I feel like for safety, lowering the speed limit, that's a great idea. I think the best way to prevent accidents is for everybody, drivers and pedestrians alike, to be courteous and just pay attention and be aware of their surroundings, which I feel like generally we're also wrapped up in our own lives. We don't take a minute to think, oh, how is my driving affecting the people around me? How is my walking affecting the people around me? So if we're all courteous, we could probably go as fast as we wanted. Yeah. And I'm not entirely sure, it's 10 miles an hour, but also what cab driver is actually going to follow this? There are times I've been in the cab and I'm like, oh, you're doing like 55. This is terrifying. I don't think people will actually follow it.
I live about 3 blocks up, and, we walk this way quite a bit. So, it can get pretty jam-packed over here, and, as you know, New York drivers aren't always the best. So yes, definitely. I've never really thought about it, but from a standpoint of looking to kind of solve a problem, I definitely appreciate the fact that they will come out and actually change the speed limit, trying to take it down a little bit, to try to at least monitor the speed of people coming in.
Hi, I'm Nerlene Charles-Pierre.
And I'm Marin Ojasami.
Parents and students from around New York City gathered in downtown Manhattan for the annual Parents Conference held by the New York Schools Chancellor.
Spirits were high as parents learned how to help their kids be more successful.
This is Rashana Jackman for First Take News. We are here at the New York City Department of Education headquarters for the 2014 Parent Conference. The day consists of workshops for the high school admission process and also college prep.
So we try to have a diverse array of information for families so that they can come on a Saturday, because we know a lot of them, are busy during the course of the week, and be able to spend half a day really absorbing a lot of different type of information to bring back to their communities and help their children as they transition through high school into college.
I think the programs here the programs that we spoke about today are very effective. It needs to get to parents a lot sooner so they can start preparing their kids even earlier than the stages that we're at right now. So I think it's an effective program, but the outreach has to be to get parents involved when the kids are younger in high school. Well, there should be more programs. Again, sometimes the admission process about this test taking that kids have to go to puts a lot of stress on kids. Kids can be A students and then not do well on these entrance exams, the SATs and so forth, which would not allow them to go to good schools where they can continue their education.
Well, you first would start with your guidance counselor, and now I believe that every single high school has a college coach and college guidance counselor for sure, and that person will aid them into transitioning. Even with the GED programs as pathways to graduation, we have traveling college coaches, right, to each site to help you transition to college.
And I believe New York City has a website called College Line that is designed to help parents and students guide them through the whole high school to college process.
Hi, I'm Amber Borden.
And I'm Rashana Jackman.
Sometimes high school hallways can be a bit drab.
First Take visited the High School of Fashion Industries, where the Public Color Organization gave the school a much-needed makeover.
We're at the High School of Fashion Industries today, where students and families have donated their Saturday to give these gray walls a splash of color.
You can't see the top of the brush. Color has huge impact. At the same time, I was able to visit a number of schools in East Harlem, middle schools, all of which looked and felt like prisons. And I've realized that there's a major disconnect between our expectations of excellence from teachers and students and these environments of disrespect in which we're putting them.
Not only does the program paint schools, but it also teaches students life skills and provides them with scholarships.
Okay, our recruitment process actually starts with our paint club. That's kind of like our gateway program, where we start off working with middle school students in underserved communities. So we start working with middle school students, and we kind of recruit students in our continuum program, where, for example, if you can see around here, this young lady over here in the periwinkle shirt, she's part of our Next Steps program. She's actually either a junior or senior. So, you go through every single program in Public Color, and you actually receive a scholarship your senior year, where we provide, kind of like the resources and, closing in that gap between like fully graduating and being successful in college.
More than 30 participants came out today, and everyone was assigned a specific task.
My vision is to, at the very least, double our outreach within the next 5 years. That's part of our 5-year strategic plan, but I'm saying at least. We have a superb summer program, 7-week literacy and math immersion program that we teach through product design. And that I would like to see on many college campuses around the country. I'd like to see one or all of our programs in other urban school districts.
I'm Rosman Palacios for First Take News.
Hi, I'm Elijah Angulo.
And I'm Melanie Atkinson.
The Fulton Street Transit Center is gleaming after a facelift that was years in the making.
We asked commuters how they felt about the new station and the cost to make it happen.
This is Angela Flemings from First Take News, and we're here at the Fulton Center located in Lower Manhattan, where $1.4 billion was spent and 12 years was devoted to building the station. Do you like the new station?
Yes, I like the new station a lot. It's really pretty.
Well, I think it's wonderful. This is my first time here, and I'm pretty impressed.
I think it's great. It looks really nice from the inside and the outside.
Do you think it's easy to navigate?
So far, so good. Right now, we're just riding up and down escalators and looking at all the functionality, but so far, yes, very easy to navigate.
I mean, I think it's well worth it because it's such an important part of the city.
I've lived here for about 3 years, and the 3 years that
I've lived here. It's been under construction. And just a few weeks ago when I walked in, I was pleasantly surprised. It's very modern, very up to date. There's a lot of signs now on where you need to go, great direction.
I like the new setup of the station.
It looks pretty nice. It is way better than before. It looks more convenient and clean, actually. It actually looks really clean.
I just don't really see the point. It just seems like a waste of money. I'm sure there's a lot more that they could have done with $1 billion.
I like it. It's, wide open. I just took a look at the light tunnel. It's cool.
I'm Ciara Dixon.
And I'm Julio Martinez.
Service interruptions have become a regular occurrence on the subways during the weekend.
Commuters vented their frustrations about it to First Take.
Hi, my name is Melanie Atkinson from First Take NYC, and I am here at Grand Central talking to people about the subway changes that has been going on and how frustrating it can be.
So how's your experience been so far since living in New York with the MTA?
It's a little back and forth, the cops, they will arrest you or detain you for asking someone for a swipe if you don't have it. I guess the vendors, when you put in money, sometimes they don't even give it back to you.
Do you personally have any suggestions for the MTA that you would personally say to them?
I would say that there should be a quicker refund policy if something goes wrong with the machines.
A bit daunting because it's, I've never been here before. So it's a case of, we did ask the lady at the desk and she was very helpful. So, but we're thinking, are we taking the right exit or whatever, but we did ask someone else then, and the chap was very helpful, so it's okay.
We just tried to refill our card, and it took almost 10 or 15 minutes. The lines were long, and there were a lot of people who don't seem to know how to use the machines. So it seems like there's some dysfunction in terms of how people can buy their Metro cards or refill them or add value, etc. So I'd say that's one area where I'm most inconvenienced when I use the subway. I find the subways in general, once I'm on them, they work fine.
With the weekend construction, yes. Even in using some of the apps, knowing when they're going to start running express or not run express, you don't know. So you try to plan, but does not always go according to plan.
How do you feel the experience in MTA has been so far since living in New York City?
Amazing. I have genuinely very few complaints.
This is 14th Street, Union Square.
I'm Imani Johnson. And I'm Nerlene Charles-Pierre. Runners participating in the New York City Marathon visited the Jacob Javits Center. They discovered a variety of products designed to keep them going on the 26-plus mile route.
I'm Ciara, and I'm here at the Jacob Javits Center reporting live, and I have Louis here. So, what you doing?
Right now we're setting up for tomorrow because it's the marathon, and we have a bunch of cold and weather. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. It's gonna be raining. We have tights. We have hats. We have Under Armour shirts, skin compression shirts. And you're just selling to get ready for tomorrow, basically.
Bar, and I would just like to know, what exactly are you guys selling here?
So these are Health Warrior Chia bars. They're a great superfood snack, no gluten, soy, or dairy. So these are great for runners because they're high in chia, which is a runner's food, so very high in omega-3s, ounce for ounce more than salmon, fiber, calcium, and protein as well. So they're usually used before or during a race, but luckily, it's a type of bar that is just a great general snack because it's very low in sugar, 5 grams or less, non-GMO. So we're here at the New York City Marathon Expo, just getting people powered by chia.
Okay, I'm here with Dave Young from Nashville, Tennessee, and we're at the stick section. So can you tell me exactly what is the stick and what does it do?
Well, the stick is a self-massage device. It allows you to get the same benefits of stretching in about 1/3 the time. After exercise, it gives you a way to go back and help you quickly recover by flushing out the lactic acid, bringing fresh blood in to promote the healing and recovery process. The stick was invented by a chiropractor, Dr. Belcher, in Atlanta, Georgia, 25 years ago for physical therapists and massage therapists. So it was invented for the medical community, but today even the NFL buys 2,500 sticks and gives one to every player in the league every year.
We just want to know what it is that you're doing here.
We're here because we're trying to help people who work out their body to be smart and have their body be healthy for any event that they're doing. So what we're really trying to do is make sure they don't have an injury while they're working out. So our product helps them fight inflammation in their body so they're not as sore or achy afterwards. It also helps prevent them from having a pull or a tear because we help warm up the muscle, the joint, and the tissue.
I'm Sharon G. Baptiste.
And I'm Rashana Jackman.
Energy-conscious New Yorkers learned of a long-lasting light bulb at the electric event at the South Street Seaport.
First Take went to see if they got any bright ideas.
A light bulb went off in the heads of consumers today. At the South Street Seaport, they learned that incandescent light bulbs are no good.
I think I'm just more focused on saving money and not having to replace bulbs anymore, because I feel like there's always a bulb that's out in my apartment. So if I could like go 25 years without having to replace a bulb, I'd be really excited.
Cree is an energy-saving company that wants people to sign onto new LED light bulbs.
There's about 20% of all energy consumed in the U.S. is from lighting, and switching to LED lighting can cut that consumption in half. And already with Cree-LED bulbs, we've saved consumers over $2 billion in just 18 months.
Consumers attended the event to exchange old light bulbs for energy-saving bulbs.
Yeah, it'll take the place of many, many light bulbs, so I'm happy about that.
Activities included ring toss, trivia, and pictures with Bulby the mascot.
It was an illuminating experience at the South Street Seaport. Consumers have now learned about how to save money and energy at the same time. Now it's make the wise choice between old light bulbs and new light bulbs.
Hello again, I'm Ciara Dixon.
And I'm Amber Borden.
The Brooklyn Flea recently opened its doors in Crown Heights.
First Take talked to customers and vendors at the popular bazaar.
We're here at the Brooklyn Flea Market in the Crown Heights section where different vendors are offering a variety of items such as clothing, jewelry, food, and furniture.
Well, I've been selling with the Brooklyn Flea for almost 8 years now. I started my business around the same time that the Brooklyn Flea started, and it's been going well.
Although many shoppers and vendors welcome the flea market to Crown Heights, some are concerned it may make the neighborhood more expensive.
I think it's a mixed blessing, I have to say, because venues like this definitely changes kind of like the more established culture of the neighborhood, and it's bringing in, I don't know, I guess a cachet, like a cultural cachet to the neighborhood that will probably increase rent and, you know, further those kinds of changes. But at the same time, it's really exciting to have things like this accessible within walking distance. So I think it's a mixed blessing at the moment.
I sell vintage menswear, collectibles, accessories, home decor, period pieces.
Travis Sylvester has been selling at the Brooklyn Flea since 2008. He enjoys meeting the mix of shoppers that it attracts.
Different areas bring different people. So me being here in Crown Heights, I actually live in Crown Heights, which is good because I could walk here. I'm seeing a lot of people that never came to the Brooklyn Flea because they didn't want to go to Williamsburg or Fort Greene. So it's cool meeting a lot of new interesting people.
We have been putting together our new home, and so we love a lot of the vendors here. We love a lot of the reclaimed wood type stuff like this, kind of the vintagey looking stuff, and it kind of suits our tastes and our style, I think.
It's our first time at the indoor flea market. We've been going to the outdoor until it got cold and everybody moved indoors, but it's our first time here. Both. We were looking for stools, we found those, and we always get sucked in by all of the good food and other things here.
This is Samantha Dominique reporting for First Take NYC.
I'm Mary Ojasami.
And I'm Imani Johnson.
Cartoon character Peppa the Pig is the new focus of a Christmas DVD.
We went to meet Peppa as she greeted her young fans at a Scholastic event.
I'm Sharon G. Baptiste with First Take News. You may not know who Peppa Pig is, but these kids know. Kids got to meet the British cartoon character in person, and so at the Scholastic bookstore. Some people came out to see who the famous Peppa Pig is. The other cartoons.
Peppa is a really relatable character. She is a great friend. She is also a great big sister. And she's one of those characters that kind of makes mistakes along the way, and she recovers from them and learns lessons.
Parents agreed that Peppa Pig shows are fun and educational for their kids.
Simple things like sharing and how to interact with friends, and you know, we feel like it's important for her to understand those interhuman relationships.
We love the Scholastic store, and she loves pigs, so it's a great way to introduce her to the Peppa the Pig story. She's a little bit too young for it right now, but you can tell she like really likes it, so she's having a lot of fun. Say hi!
Say bye to Cliff.
Organizers said 1,500 kids attended today, and her new Christmas DVD was released on November 4th.
Thank you for joining First Take for our broadcast.
We also want to thank our sponsors, the New York Association for Black Journalists, as well as Long Island University Brooklyn Journalism Department, and the Brick Arts Media for their support. Goodbye.
Bye.